Hello, Magic Casters of all shapes and sizes! My name is Chance, welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 74th episode of our first level spell series. My god, that's a big number. Today we're going to be taking a look at Witch Bolt. This spell is usable by the Sorcerer, Warlock, and the Wizard, and it is found in the Player's Handbook, so we should all have access to it. Witch Bolt thematically is one of my favorite spells. However, in terms of mechanics, I find it comes a little bit short personally. That being said, let's take a look at its mechanics and I'll explain a little bit better what I mean. Your damage is a die 12 plus an additional die 12 per each spell slot level above first. The effect is as followed: make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, deal damage, and you can use your actions to inflict 12 more damage, so long as the target is within range and not totally covered. The cast time is 1 action, the range is 30 feet, the duration is 1 minute, and it is a concentration spell. The components are somatic, material, and verbal, meaning you have to gesture with one hand. The material component is a twig that is from a tree that has been struck by lightning. It is not consumed, so a component pouch will work. And the verbal component means you have to speak forth an incantation. The school is Evocation, which isn't too surprising, and the damage type is lightning, which also isn't too surprising. That being said, let's take a look at the full description and just better flesh this out. A beam of crackling blue lightning lances toward a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target. Make a ranged spell attack against that creature. On a hit, the target takes 1 die 12 lightning damage, and on each of your turns during the duration, you can use your action to deal 1 die 12 lightning damage to the target automatically. The spell ends if you use your actions to do anything else. The spell also ends if the target is outside the player's range, or if it has total cover from you. At higher levels, when you cast the spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, the initial damage increases by 1 die 12 per each spell slot above first. Oh, wow, quite a mouthful, I tell you. So, a couple reasons why I don't think this is the best spell to the first level spells is the concentration kind of makes it suck quite a bit. Also, the fact that upcasting it only affects the initial damage and doesn't affect the prolonged damage is kind of a downer. It's also just burning up your actions. If the cleric or the paladin had this, then actually I take it back. If the cleric had this, it might be a little bit better because you could still use something like spiritual weapon. I suppose you can still stack this with something like flaming sphere, but it'd be a little bit trickier. As you know, you couldn't. Sorry, my bad, because Flaming Sphere is concentration. I take it back. The Spiritual Weapon would really be the best way to go with this, but it can't, at least not naturally by raw, because it's not on the character spell list, or the cleric spell list. And you could get it through Magic Initiate and through various class features, but that'd be about it. Without further ado, let's take a look at some alternative uses. Honestly, I couldn't really think of any for Witch Bolt. It specifies that you have to target a creature, so you can't use it on objects, and it's just quite a limiting spell as far as I can tell. Every time I've used it, it's always been to my own detriment, so I don't really have the best relationship with it. That being said, maybe you do, so if you have any alternative uses, any cool ways to use Witch Bolt, or any cool stories about it, I'd really like to hear it down in the comment section beneath. And I know everyone else tuning into it as well. That being said, I want to thank our patrons, Marcos G. Guzman Jr., Reyna, Tanner Frazier, Kenny Garcia, Bruce T, and Tato Seal. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It's been unreal. We do the daily live streams as well from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you like that cool hand-drawn Warforged and you'd like your character to be drawn up, please check out our Patreon videos to know exactly how that's possible. That being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, happy casting!